can't hear y'all if y'all talking.
Welcome back. We got Derrick Brunson with us. What's up,
What's
Derrick?
up,
Can you
guys?
hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What's going on?
All right, good. Hey, so we're gonna dive right in because Derrick, he's on a tight schedule right now, per usual, because he's always on a tight schedule. Derrick, what was it like? So where you from?
I'm from Wilmington, North Carolina. I pretty much grew up there, went to college in North Carolina, and it's been home for me ever since. Just born and raised.
All right. How about mother, father? You grew up with mom and dad, or?
Oh yeah, I grew up with mom and dad. Grew up in a low income family. My dad was a little alcoholic, but he kind of exercised those demons, I guess, when I was about 14. So um, I've been seeing a guy, battle through, alcoholism and being a productive adult. So it's been good to watch that.
Oh, okay. So was pops a main factor in your life, like, teaching you how to, like, stay busy, work, because you're a hard worker. We all see it, man. Is he like his mom, pops? Who was the driving force behind that?
Oh yeah, for sure. My mom always was that rock for us. Like I said, when my dad was battling alcoholism, she was always there, consistent. And then, like I said, my dad got it together. When I was about 14. So he showed me that ability for somebody to work through, some bad habits and still be productive also. So
absolutely.
How about before Dad got better? How about those earlier days? How were those days before Dad cleaned up?
Oh, it's pretty crazy. I'm sure a lot of people who grew up in, a crazy household, especially when parents was, on drugs and alcohol, they know how it goes. It's a lot of uncertain days, but like I said, it was just like a whole life lesson. How you exercise your demons, work through that, and then make it work for your family.
Yeah. Well, the reason I say that, my dad is down here in Rhode Island. It was organized crime, and he went to jail for murder when I was 4 years old.
Okay.
Mom, alcohol, drugs, and so I was you. And when you start, when you talk like that, a lot of times growing up, I was ashamed of my testimony. It was embarrassing. I didn't want to talk about it. But you go in there, you're going to inspire people because even though we come from whatever it is, for you, fortunately, that he cleaned up and it's definitely a blessing, but not everybody can,
Oh yeah, that's a fact, and it's crazy. We have like a whole crazy dynamics with my sisters. I have two sisters that we share the same mom and dad, and we all grew up in the same household. And it's like all three of us went to college and got college degrees and stuff like that, which typically that doesn't happen. So we definitely had a strong foundation when it came to our mom, holding things together, and then my dad eventually getting his act together. It became when I was like 13, 14, when I started getting a little bit bigger, and I was telling my dad, we're not going to take too many more of those, alcoholic days to things started straightening up, So we pulled together, and like I said, the mom was a big factor, and a lot of people that grow up in that, like you said, they're not able to make it back and be productive adults. It takes them a lot longer, and they're not quite ahead in life until they get a little bit older and then finally figure it out. But luckily, we were able to.
So what about mom? Is mom a God-fearing woman?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Mom's a God-fearing woman. Believe strong in her faith, and she just always believed in keeping the family together and keeping that family piece together.
Driving force right there. She's got God behind her.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You see it in his eyes. He has them too. Look.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So
that's all we need. Right? That's all we need.
That's all we need.
Everything.
So what about what's coming up? What's coming up for you after 3-0 in your last 3 fights and
it's on a tear right
now. And still grinding after all the, what do you have, 9 years, 10 years in the UFC?
Yeah, going up on 10 years in the UFC. Yeah, I still have that fire. It's funny, me and somebody was talking about this the other day. It's like I'm 37, but I'm still competing at the highest level with all these young guys that's coming through. And I train with a lot of like up and comers, top guys in the world. And I'm in there grinding and getting the better of these guys. And the difference is, the older you get, you have to take care of your body. You know, you have to really look back and say, hey, I can't eat the same thing I ate when I was younger. I got to train as hard as I was when I was younger, and keep that same attitude and consistency towards your training, and you can last a long time in the sport. But when you start getting that, oh man, I don't feel like going to practice today, and you don't go, you know, those things going to add up, and you're not going to be so successful like these young guys because they're hungry, you know.
Yeah, well, I think I
Absolutely.
think that as we get older in this business, the stakes are higher.
Yeah.
The stakes are higher, so we gotta, like, if we had our best performance ever, our last fight, we gotta top that. That means, because we gotta. That means we gotta go a little harder for the next training camp.
Absolutely.
When the
Yeah.
stakes are higher like that, definitely taking care of yourself.
So what about the kids? I know you're a father. How many kids you have?
I have 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls, and then I have 2 stepsons. So we got a
Oh,
we got a busy household. Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of kids running around. That's the good times, you know. Definitely
what's
have the
that?
kids with
What's
the
that
youth.
like?
Yeah.
What's that like during fight camp?
Oh,
Like,
so lately for the last 3 camps, when it comes close to a fight, I go out to Florida for like 4 weeks. You know, just kind of focus on the fight, get away, focus on things I need to work on, and just focus on myself when it comes to that fight. You know, I FaceTime the kids. I go home like every 2 weeks, but I go to Florida and I stay out here for 4 weeks and until my fight, then I go home. You know, I realize I'm not getting younger, so all these fights coming up, I have to make the most of. So I have to be in my top shape. I have to prepare properly, and I have to maximize. So that's been the biggest driving force in my last 3 fights from previous. You know, before that, I was going to these big fights thinking that I can do it at home. I can sit here and, you know, be real comfortable, have the kids playing with them every day. But in life, you got to make sacrifices. You know, without no sacrifice, what you're not gonna come up with nothing. You know, it's not gonna be peachy every day and just everything how you want it. So those sacrifices pay off. You know, later when you know you really put them in.
so what was your why? Why, like, what's like your driving force? What got you, focused in like college to keep going with the wrestling? Then after college, going to MMA, and what's like what's your driving force behind that? Like, we all have, like, I grew up real poor, and I like to fight a lot, so it was like in the streets it's easy, you beat people, but we got to the MMA setting, like, there really wasn't money and things in it when I first started, but my driving force was like, to challenge myself. Then it became, doing something positive for my children. What do you think your driving force is?
Oh yeah, I actually got into MMA like trying to pursue Olympic style wrestling. So I went into the gym and it was a lot of like former college wrestlers. There's amateur fighters, and I was the better wrestler of the group. So I take them down, and they're like, "Let's keep going." I'm like, "What's going on? What is this called? You know, how you guys wrestling from your back?" So that was jujitsu. So I then I started doing jujitsu. Then there's like, you should do a fight. I was like, I don't know. Then started doing boxing. I started doing kickboxing, and I was doing everything. So about 2 months after that, I took my first fight, and then here I am. And it started out as competition. I wanted to compete. I wanted to find another way to like pass college, challenge myself, and then it became, I really can do this at a high level. I made good money working after college, but I really can change my life, with these checks that I get from the UFC. So
Yeah,
the harder I work and the more fights I win, that translates to more for my family. And, definitely, the family is a driving factor. At the end of the day,
yeah,
the older you get, you start doing anything for your family. So um, that's definitely my motivation.
absolutely. So you said you were talking about how you wrestled, then you got to MMA. Your jiu-jitsu coach, I want to say, God rest his soul. I seen that Jeremy Owens passed away
Yeah.
on you. So I had a situation like that where one of my main people that brought me into this passed away on me. That's a hard one. That's a tough one to take. When it's like, went through things in your career and all that. So rest in peace to that, brother.
Well, when you talk about the wrestling, I want to point out the NCAA Division II All American.
Right. Yes. Yes, indeed.
There you go.
Yes,
What
indeed.
school? What school?
UNC Pembroke down in North Carolina.
All right.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
All
Yeah.
right.
What's the other
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
now? What's the other one even? I
What's
thought
the
I thought
the
this one was incredible.
what's one the co-ed national cheerleading champion.
Oh yeah, we did that a little better than high school. Cheerleading, man. It's funny. Everybody think, oh, you hang out at cheerleading. I mean, you're a cheerleader, blah, blah, but like being I did it from like 7th grade. So I'm like, I don't know how old are you in 7th grade? 12, 13, whatever. And we would go to camps and it would be like 500 girls. So imagine, like, I didn't play any sports till my senior year, bro. It was just like, we'll go to camps and it was like 12 dudes and it was like 500 like bad chicks. So like, yeah, that's how I grew up, and I didn't want to do any other sport. I was in that all in on
that. Hey, but let me tell you something about the cheerleading you're talking about.
Slinging chicks.
Let me tell you that you have to be super coordinated and athletic.
Yeah,
and
absolutely. Yeah.
Listen, that's athleticism at its finest. And for you to, All-American wrestling, champion, cheerleading, and it's no wonder you'll soon be a champion in MMA. You got it, buddy. Definitely have.
So where you training? Let everybody know where you're training now.
Oh, I'm training out in Sanford MMA in Fort Lauderdale, Deerfield, Florida. Like I said, we got a lot of top contenders out here, UFC champions, former champions. It's kind of like a little hybrid offspring of like what Rashad Evans started with the Black Zillions, and he started his camp after he left Greg Jackson's when him and John Jones was fighting each other, like 10 years ago. But it's a lot of guys down here, a lot of top guys, and it's been really good getting ready for my fights. The coaching staff is phenomenal. Henry Hoof, Greg Jones, the wrestling coach. You got Cami Jiu-Jitsu, Wagner Rocha. They brought him on as staff for Jiu-Jitsu. One of your buddies, Sean Soriano, he's one of the striking coaches out here. So yeah, it's and like I said, man, we got like 30, 40 UFC fighters, 10 Bellator, 5 to 10 ONE FC. So yeah, we're loaded in the practice room.
How about Gilbert Burns? You get to roll with him?
Oh yeah. Gilbert, it's funny, man. Gilbert and Usman used to be my main. When I first came out here, they were my main training partners, like a year and a half ago. So they got to fight each other. I'm like in the middle. I'm like, damn, man. It sucks, but it is what it is. It's a business. I guess that's an honor when two guys at the same gym make it to the two top guys in the whole world and they have to fight each other. I mean, it is what it is. It's a business,
So Usman's not over there with them no more?
Nah, so Usman moved his camp to Colorado. Like I said, when things come up like that, then somebody's going to get their feelings hurt, and then it's gonna split. It's rare. You're not going to see two guys that maintain that situation. That's rare.
So you can't pick who's going to win that fight.
Nah, I'm staying out of that one. Yeah.
What about Gilbert Burns Jiu-Jitsu though? He's sick, huh?
Yeah. He's a monster on the ground. Yeah, he ADCC placer. So yeah, he's sick on the ground. Yeah.
What do you think about the Conor McGregor fight the other night?
I had Conor losing, man. It's funny because I comment on all the UFC posts, and I'm just like, because the fans, everybody love Conor and they love the hype, and I've been telling everybody the whole time, like all the fans, I'm like, Dustin's gonna win. Everybody's like, yeah, you gotta be joking, like just talking trash to me. And I'm like, I told y'all, it's just in this sport you gotta be active, man. You can't go out here and make all this money and then take a break. This is a sport of momentum. You ever seen guys that's like killing people, but they're not really as good, but then they later cool down. Like it's all about momentum. When you confidence is everything in this game. When you riding high, you gotta keep going. It's like playing what's that? Craps. When you keep hitting, it ain't no really. Yeah, when you hot, you hot. Keep that thing going. So when you cool off,
kind of sleeping in them silk sheets. That's why.
Yeah, I know.
They get off at a time and coming back and having a big fight. You're right.
Oh, Chandler though, doesn't he train with you guys too?
Who's that?
Chandler.
Oh yeah. Mike Chandler, yeah, he look good, huh? Yeah.
He look good.
Yeah.
We'll see. We're gonna see. But so what's next for you?
So we got March the 20th. I think it's about 7 to 8 weeks from now. Fighting the young kid Kevin Hollins. Fighter of the year last year, 2020. Kid, he got a big mouthpiece, so I don't like to talk a lot of trash. But hey, I like my game. I like how I match up against him.
Yeah.
Business as usual. Go out there, dust them off. That's always the plan. Right. So
that's gonna be a good one. That's a come up right there. I mean, the 185 division stacked right now.
Yeah. Dana White said it's the best division in the UFC. So
yeah,
right now.
185.
185, yeah.
And what's that considered?
Middleweight. He's in boxing. That's like probably heavyweight or something.
Yeah,
Like
close, yeah.
Yeah, cruiserweight.
Heavyweight was like 200 or something like that. 200,
yeah, a little over 200.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
crazy. MMA, that's like middleweights. Like Mike Tyson, like the size of me when he was competing. Yeah. He's like 205 like ish, right?
Yeah, 205 exactly.
Yeah.
Guys like Frank Bruno.
Fighting guys 6'4", 6'5". Think about that.
So that's something to point out. So what I compared Mike Tyson to in MMA is Anderson Silva. In 2017, I had it right here. It was they had a robbery of the year, which I agree with. On Shared Dog, MMA Junkie, and MMA DNA. Robbery of the year against the GOAT.
Yeah, what a reward to get robbery of the year. I want to hear that. I'm like, reverse that decision. That's what I want to hear.
Yes, for real. For real. But what is that experience like, walking out to the cage to go fight the quote-unquote GOAT?
Yeah, no, it's funny because I always looked up to Anderson, but I'm one of those guys that can get up for any fight. If my mom was fighting over there, we're gonna go get it. So when it's time to fight, it's time to fight. So I put everything aside and I was just ready for that moment. But there's no question about his skill set. Anderson Silva has a very high skill set. Even right now, he's still one of the best fighters in the world. Like, he might have lost some speed, so he might try to do things that he probably shouldn't do, like make pulling and stuff like that. But if he just kept his hands out and just shot his techniques, man, he can still fight at a high level,
I agree. And another one too that stands out for me is Lyoto Machida. Like, most people can't even hit that guy, and you knocked him out. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, that was crazy. It's funny. That was my big UFC contract. They were like, it's funny. I actually was trying to shoot them a number that they wouldn't agree to because I was up for a new contract. I had maybe like 1 or 2 fights, and it was like, we want you to fight Machida. I'm like, okay. It was like, we want you to fight Machida in Brazil. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot, Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool. Pay me X amount, and I knew they wasn't gonna match it. And it was like, nah, we're not gonna give you that. And they offered me something else. I was like, nah. I said, well, this. They said, nah. I said, all right, well, tell them this or nothing. And then they agreed to it. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we went in there and got it on in Brazil and got the finish.
That's why. You gotta come come on, they're making money. They gotta give them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's some savages, bro.
Yeah, this is a tough sport when you get behind them. Listen, if you're not with the right people and you get fed shocks early in this is nobody sees that underneath stuff. The backdoor stuff that happens behind scenes with fighters and promoters and matchmakers and it's a risky business. But you listen, I always said it. If you fight and you win, you just keep winning and doing your job. Everything else will fall in place.
Absolutely.
It will come the way it's supposed to come, God willing. Yeah. You put the work in. A lot of young kids would turn pro around here, and they were worried about. They haven't even had a pro fight. They're worried about how much money they're gonna make.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Don't worry about that.
I'm like, well, I said, listen, if you're in it for the money, don't just stop now.
Yeah, for real, right? Yeah, it takes time. It's grinding.
Be in it because you got passion for it, because you want it here. Everything else falls in place. Just go do what you're supposed to do. Let everybody else do their job. Fight and win. That's what does the talking, winning.
Do you have a manager?
Yeah, I'm with Ali. Man, I've been with Ali for I met Ali the same night we met, Todd. Back in 2000, whatever that was.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, but I said I met Ali that night, and I've been with him since, bro. That's crazy. So
you met him out here in Rhode Island?
I met him in Rhode Island. He was there with one of the Basie boys. Who was it? Was it Neiman or Gregor? One of those guys was supposed to fight on the card, and I think their opponent got injured or something like that, but they were still there. So
Quick story, right? I'm with my cousin Kevin. I get hit. Only time in my whole career I get hit, and I get like a flash knockout. Get up. I'm like, what are you, damn it, don't stop. What are you doing? Why are you stopping the fight? No, you're all right, Todd. What do you mean I'm all right? I know I'm all right. I go out, so I flip out. I go in the back, throw things around. I'm heated. I walk outside. All of a sudden, I see this clean cut, nice looking gentleman in a pink shirt. And then I'm standing there with my cousin. He goes, hey, Todd, That's the cheerleader that just knocked you out. Oh, we all right.
Hey,
Oh, you
Yeah.
okay?
if you fight long enough, man, everybody get some, huh?
Yeah,
It's like
everybody.
a fight
Yeah,
game, you know? It's a fight
I
game.
got a,
That's the truth.
I
That's
got
the
a
truth.
bunch too. I gave
No,
a bunch and I took a bunch.
But that's the truth, and this is the, like you just said, everybody falls. Everybody.
Yeah. It's how you get up.
It's how you get up. It's
Yeah.
and that's the fight of life.
I rose a little bit after that though.
Yeah, yeah.
I fought Derrick, and then I went on a tear. I won, and then I fought for the first title in Rhode Island ever for MMA.
Yeah.
After that, so
Right.
that's what we do, Derrick, and that's what you do.
Absolutely.
I watch you do it a few times.
Yeah, for sure.
Good stuff, man.
I know you got to get to work though.
Yeah. About to get in
It was a
there and get this
pleasure
stream,
having you on.
man.
Hopefully we can have you back on. When you're, going to get that gold. Would you do a rematch with Adesanya?
Bro, that's what I'm working for. That's why I come out to Florida and dedicate
Oh,
time away from my family. I ain't saying nothing. That's what I'm working for, So yeah.
We can't hear you.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Your car.
Hold on.
No.
He's in the car.
They probably disconnected because it's on his Bluetooth.
Disconnect. Oh, that's probably what it was.
Your speaker might be connected to
You in?
your phone and your car.
Hear me?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, that rematch.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why I come out to Florida. That's why I'm working for you. Quietly behind doors. I'm like this, man. If somebody get me, please believe I'm coming back and I'm working hard to get you back. So yeah, that's the fight that I aspire for. I'm right there. I need about one more. This one in front of me, I need to take care of this one. Look good, and you never know. So yeah, I'm coming back for that.
Well, I believe you're in the right place. I believe you're on the right state of mind, and I believe you can do it. If anybody can control him, it's you. Yeah, I believe that
for sure.
Yeah, the 185 champ.
Oh, and
I don't know about him going to 205 though. That's a little dangerous.
Yeah.
Listen,
all right, brother.
Keep working hard. Right. Keep your faith strong, buddy. God bless.
All right. God bless you guys. All right. I'll see you.
All right. We're gonna go to commercial. SFBN Rhode Island. We'll be back.